The soul of the world is nourished by people's happiness and also by unhappiness, envy, and jealousy. To realize one's destiny is a person's only real obligation. All things are one, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Please hit that subscribe button. Also like if you like and share if you care. I will be posting up more fun videos to come, so stay tuned. Okay, so The Alchemist is about a young boy named Santiago. His father and his family want him to be a priest, and he doesn't want to follow that path. He wants to travel, he wants to see the world. And he saw something outside of his life that wasn't just what everyone would see. Coming from a poor town or coming from a underdeveloped city, you see the same thing every day. Most people keep the same jobs, most people do the same things. You see the same thing every day. Most people keep the same jobs, most people do the same things, and it's the innovators and the creators and the inventors and the philosophers who grow up in those situations, but they see beyond them. It's a book that you can read over and over again. I want to delve more into the words and the beautiful phrases that are used to describe your personal legend. So every single day, non-stop, when you're sleeping, you're thinking about it. When you're walking, you're thinking about it. Whenever you're working, whatever you're doing, you're thinking about your personal legend, and you're drawing connections back to your ultimate goal, your ultimate dreams, what you want to accomplish in your life. Over the course of the story of him trying to find a way to figure out what his personal legend is, he runs into the king of Salem. He runs into a gypsy woman who tells his fortune. He runs into people who rob him of the money that he did accumulate to make the journey to the pyramids. And if you have any questions, by the way, about specifics of the book, I have read the whole book, so you can ask me in the comments, or we could have a discussion, and maybe I can do another video actually breaking down the timeline of events of what happens. But I just kind of want to make this short and easy for people who don't have a lot of time, because I feel like the message is very important. Santiago gets to a point where he says that he realizes that he has to choose between thinking of himself as a poor victim of a thief or as an adventurer in the quest of his treasure. So he decides to say that he's an adventurer and he's looking for treasure. Now, even though he says that he feels sad and alone, he wants to become bitter and distrustful of people because of, someone betraying him. He's a pivotal point in the story, and it happens within the first 40 pages. He realizes that either he can sit back and feel bad about the situation that happened because it was unfair, or he can take the fun approach, the more adventurous, childlike, and inquisitive approach to life, which would be, I'm having an adventure, These are just things that happen along the way. You feel like you need to compete with that person because there are things that they can do that you can't. We live in a universe that is infinite. There are infinite possibilities. So there's never any lack in the universe. There's never any. You are an alchemist. You don't look at a situation as necessarily bad or good. And in other words, if you do see a situation as bad, you also can see it as good. And then if you see it as a personal legend, you have to follow it through to the conclusion. That keeps you up at night. If it's not your personal legend, if it's not contributing to the harmony of the universe because it's bringing you your greatest good, the thing that makes you the most happy, you're going to become depressed. You're going to become tired. You will also become resentful. You'll become people, it does lead them back to what their personal legend was initially. Go back to that. And sometimes it's too late. Sometimes that's why you hear of people 60 years old, 70 years old, they're just now starting to realize their dreams because they got off track. And that is the gist of The Alchemist. When you read this story, you will see that everybody has a similar feeling within their heart. I know for me, I was the type of person who felt as though I had to do certain things. I have to go to college. I have to be a good daughter. I have to. And all of these things that I placed on myself as requirements for me to be a good person were the things that were holding me back from what I personally wanted to do most. In Santiago's case, he wants to find his treasure because he wants to get married to Fatima and be able to take care of her and not be a priest and not have to follow what his family thinks that he should. And your personal legend may be something that you're actually not that great at. It may be something that you have to work at. It may be something that it's not your career, it's a thing that you do as a hobby. So I really like The Alchemist because it gathered a lot of philosophical ideas and it boiled them down and put them into this concise little story that paints the perfect picture in your mind of what you need to think about in order to be the greatest version that you can be. Story, Santiago asks the alchemist, once he meets the alchemist, he asks him, well, I've been robbed again. Why don't I just give up? What will happen if I just give up? And the alchemist tells him, if you just give up, eventually you're going to come back and do it anyways. You're drawn to it. And if you don't follow what you're drawn to, that pull, that energetic pull that you feel that's pulling you towards certain things, whether that be sports, whether that be writing, whether that be being a mother, whatever it is, if you don't follow that energetic pull, it creates a discord in the universe. It creates a discord within yourself. Legend is. So what I love about this book is that You can get a sprinkle of philosophy, a sprinkle of mysticism, a little bit of history, and you come back to always thinking about yourself. What is my personal legend? If you read this book, you will start to think about what your personal legend is. Love, something that causes you to feel extreme happiness, extreme excitement, something that fulfills you to the point where you know that if you just get to that goal, that you will be amazingly happy. You will feel 100% bliss, and you will always trust the universe from that point on, because you know that those seeds that were planted in your mind even when you were a child came into fruition in the perfect way. You know, like when people say deja vu and fate and all these different terms, we can boil that down to the idea that the universe is always communicating with you, giving you signs, giving you little clues, pointing you in little directions here or there. You just have to pick up on those signs. And if you have your personal legend in mind, the thing that you want to do most, the thing that wakes you up, the thing that keeps you happy, the thing that makes you excited, something that gets your blood pumping, something that keeps you just energized.
There's some books that they're so good, you're like, okay, I'm gonna keep this one to myself. If they find out about it, cool, but I just kind of want to sit with this one for a while because it's that good. So, let me know what you think about this review. I will be in the comments and discussing with you if you have any questions specifically. You don't need an alarm clock to wake you up. Wake yourself up. Get up, exercise, do yoga, drink some water, get yourself ready for the day. And whatever you feel that your personal legend or your dream is, you need to start working on that little by little. I don't care if your dream is to write a book and you only write 2 sentences a day. Get in the habit of following your dreams. Get in the habit of practicing what type of person you want to be once your dreams are actually realized. And I swear, you won't even need an alarm clock to wake you up. You'll be so excited to wake up in the morning.
Anyways, guys, have the best day possible. Always keep a smile on your face. And remember, even if you don't like to read, you can listen to the audiobook.